In the last lecture, we wrote a simple piece of code to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, but that sort of functionality might be something that you want to provide to other users. In other words, we should write a function to do this, and we haven't written any functions before other than main. Let's write a new separate function that converts Celsius to Fahrenheit. Let's copy c2f.c to funcs.c, and let's edit that file. Our first function. Notice I have created a new type of comment. Usually we use // for a comment, but if I want to write a very long comment, like this, I can write it starting with /* and ending it with */. Okay, now if I really want to have a function defined, then I have to name the function. So let's say compute C to F conversion. I'm going to feed it an argument. In this case, it's going to be an integer value, C. The function is going to return a float or a double, so I need to say that. And this is what the function is going to do. It's going to return what we wrote before, 32.0 plus 9.0 divided by 5.0 times C. That ends the function. And now all I have to do is call the function here. With the argument C. Let's compile that and run it. And that works exactly as we had before. What this allows us to do is encapsulate a piece of behavior as a function so that other people can call this. So this is a fairly common conversion, so you might want to actually have a function for doing the conversion. Anyone else who uses your code now can call compute C to F and have the proper value returned. Okay. Only one thing perhaps to notice is that we're not doing any boundaries checks in this function. So example, if we ask for a conversion of a Celsius value that is impossible in the universe, it's too low, for example, there's not going to be any error message associated with that. You might want to decide whether you want to flag values of Celsius that are simply too low or not, or whether you just want to use this formula. That would be something that you might want to document properly. Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion does not do any boundary checks. We'll talk about this a little more in the next lecture, but I also want to point out that the integer variable C here is not the same as the integer variable C here. This integer variable C here is actually a copy of what's being passed. So if I mess around with this value of C, it will not affect this value of C. We'll talk about more of that in the next lecture.